good morning to you. 7:43, a major victory for rideshare companies as voters approve Prop 22. Fox 5 legal analyst Wendy Patrick joining us now to explain what legal challenges may still lie ahead. Wendy, good morning.
Good morning, Shelley.
What does this exactly mean for these companies and these drivers? Is this what they wanted?
Well, it is certainly what the drivers wanted, Shelley, and it's also what many of the riders wanted in terms of passengers. I mean, think about this. We have really become accustomed to relying on rideshare companies like Uber, like Lyft, to get around, especially because taxis had become so expensive. So it's interesting that this was a lawsuit that was presumably for the benefit of the drivers who were not receiving some of the benefits they would otherwise be entitled to if they were employees, when actually the stakeholders that were going to be affected by the results of this lawsuit included so many more people. So many of the drivers, although they weren't receiving some of the benefits they might be entitled to if they were employees, loved the flexibility of the gig economy. This is the survival of the side hustle. And for now, it looks like they are surviving.
So that 58% of people casting their ballot, people are saying yes. That does remain the same. There you have the numbers there. 6 million, over 6 million, almost 7 million votes for that. So they're saying gig opportunities and employment should stay as it is.
That's right. Even though it's hard to argue with the fact that they sure look, at least under some models, like employees. So that's what makes this victory, I suppose, even more of an advantage for the drivers, because many of them, even though they fully understood that they weren't getting the benefits they might otherwise be entitled to, loved the flexibility of having this as a side job. For many of them, and I know we always ask our drivers this when we're actually in the car, for many of them, it's not their main job. They do want to do it on the side. They want to set their own hours. And for them, it is worth giving up a little bit of the protections, many would say a lot of protections, that they would otherwise be entitled to in order to maintain that independence. And that is what the voters really, I guess, validated here. And I hesitate because I know a lot of people just like taking Uber and Lyft in California, but that's what the voters overwhelmingly supported.
I know that's what the voters say, Wendy, but do you see legal challenges once the ballots are cast and decisions are made? Now what happens legally? Can this go to court?
Well, as a lawyer, Shelley, as you know from going to law school, there's always going to be legal challenges, no matter which way it comes out. And this is an area where the law has changed significantly already in the last couple of years. So who's to say that we won't still argue over independent contractor versus employee and what types of industry should be able to utilize both? And is it wage theft if somebody isn't being paid for the job that they seem to be doing, regardless of what you call them? So I would guess that we will continue to see this occur, particularly because rideshare and app-based services are so important. And think about the implications, Shelley. It's not just Uber and Lyft. It's Uber Eats. It's the kinds of places you order from on an app and they bring it to your house, especially during a pandemic where there still may be many people that aren't going out as much as they used to. You can see so many other industries and so many other app-based services that might be implicated by a ruling like this. Yeah, I'm so used to being a lawyer, by a law like this being passed.
Yeah. These are the times, Wendy, quite honestly, I wish I didn't leave law school after 3 to 4 months, and I wish
You would have been great, Shelley.
It wasn't my thing, but to be able to understand the legalities of all this is pretty amazing. The Yes campaign, Wendy, outspent the No campaign by 20-1 margin. From what I heard, there was a record set in the amount of money that was spent on this.
I followed the same thing, Shelley, just because it really showed you, it demonstrated how important this law was to so many people, especially in an economy that's already having a lot of challenges based on the pandemic. It's not the time that many of those drivers wanted to have to give up the side gig. And it's also not a time that many passengers wanted to be able to give up that option, particularly because they were taking all the necessary precautions. Now, I don't know, most of us would probably still think that's a little risky, but nonetheless, going forward, it was amazing. It was astonishing how much money was poured into this law.
It was like 200 million?
Well, I think at one point I read a number like that, and then it might have gone even higher in the last
Wow.
couple of days. You know that simply because of how much this was on television and you were hearing about it, people were talking about it. Just goes to show you how important it was. But your earlier question about further litigation, probably will see some of the attempted leveling of the playing field in terms of, well, are there other industries where we should re-examine whether we reclassify, whether that's by an assembly bill, a Senate bill, a proposition, however we want to do it, or as you asked, just a legal challenge, do we want to really make sure we reclassify people properly, or are there economies like this one where it made sense to remain the way they were?
No. Well,
That's what the voters said here.
I know overwhelmingly for now, voters are speaking and they're saying 58% yes for Proposition 22. So it'll be interesting to see what happens over the next few weeks and months. For the record, Wendy, before I let you go, if you were my law school professor, I would have probably stayed in school.
Oh, God bless you, Shelley. You would have been the model students.
Oh, thank you. Good to see you, Wendy.